only time they let me up here, so this is my big moment.
We need order.
We can dance and sing. And
I want your autograph.
oh yeah, by all
I
means. My name is Judy Saperstein, and I am Executive Director of the Gypsy Stage Company. We are happy to have one of the owners here tonight. His name is Danny Archer. He's sitting right there. Ooh, thank you. Danny and Marty do some of the most wonderful magic things here. I've been talking to some of you about it, but let me just reiterate. We have two theaters here. There's this one, and there's the one next door. During intermission, if you'd like, I'm sure Danny would love to show it to you. And what they do here is they bring in all those wonderful magicians that you see on television, international stars. They just had Jeff McBride here and so many others, and believe me when I tell you I've been here, it's wonderful. And the great part is because it's an intimate theater, you get to meet them and talk with them and see things up close, and they include you. It's just a wonderful night out. So how many of you are here for the first time? Wow, wonderful! Don't let that happen again. You have to come back again and again and again, because something is always happening here. So you really have to look at the website for two websites. You'll look at Smoke and Mirror's website, but also you have your programs. Make sure you check out Gypsy Stage Company's website, and you will see where our next performances are going to be. Danny and Marty have been so kind to invite Gypsy Stage Company to come here and perform plays and musicals and what you're going to see here tonight. And so keep in touch with both of us. Our new season is going to go up shortly. It's not there yet, so keep going back and checking it. Now, I'm supposed to say, no cell phones, turn them all off. Oh, of all people, you're the one with the cell phone on, you gotta be kidding.
That's me.
Okay. Now, most theaters tell you, no pictures. We don't do that. We invite you to take pictures, not videos, please. But please take pictures on one condition. You gotta post them and tell everybody about it. We want people to know more about this. I've spoken to so many of you tonight who said, we had no idea this was here. Well, help us let people know it's here. And bring your friends. Well, as you can see, it's a party. What can I tell you? Okay, now.
Can I use my flash on my camera?
Oh, no flash on your camera. Thanks. Thank you.
You're welcome.
They keep trying. Now you know why they don't let me up here very often. Now, what you are about to enjoy this evening is something a little bit different. This show is called The Many Faces of Evan Myles for a reason. You see, Evan is going to be combining all of his many performance talents to bring you a wonderful blend of music, dancing, singing, and magic. And it's all wrapped in a nifty array of different characters, or faces, if you will. And speaking of music, you're sure to recognize two of the pieces that are being performed tonight, but the rest of the music that you hear is entirely original and has been composed, arranged, orchestrated, and recorded by Evan himself. And so please, won't you sit back, relax, and enjoy The Many Faces of Evan Myles.
one, and one and all, to view a great spectacle you have been called. Fear not my grotesque and unpleasant appearance. After all, 'tis a mystery you've come to experience. Now, throughout this eve's tale, to reveal is my task the many faces of those locked behind this foul mask. But be assured, I am no tricker, nor conman, nor crook. Nay, not I. I'm someone held in high regard in a storybook. And what you may wonder might be my true name. No matter it is, only what is my game. For if when I tell it, the story's well done, you'll remember me only as the Hidden One. When mask is removed, I'll present you each face to bring you their narratives case by case. But listen clearly now, for this is important. Before we continue, a warning you'll hear, for that which now follows may fill you with fear. Don't think that each story be told with great wit, for I like to intermix darkness of it. A terror of fables and legends and more. It's my task to tell them, then show you the door. For no matter what you might think, and behold, no story is lost, only frozen and cold. I merely revive them and share with you all, for the tale's more exciting when I'm at the ball. And how do we begin? Why, at the beginning, of course. And so, let us now reach back in time to when the gods ruled the world, to learn of the powers that grip the hearts of all mankind. Egypt! Ah, yes, Egypt. Now there is a tale that screams to be told, and even so being depicted on the walls of the pharaoh's tombs, darkened and cold. A testament there to the gods' strong command, hidden away in those tombs, in the sand. And so, we hearken back to when the pharaohs built temples to honor each one, to pave the way forward when their life was done. Let's use this cup to portray the temple at Karnak, where the great god Amun held sway. For nothing restricted him, nor stood in his way. He passed right through walls, and the wall would obey. And he'd do it again, on a will or a whim. For no one would argue, because it was him. No one thought to oppose him. They'd cower in fear, as no one could know when he might reappear. Are you following? I do hope for your sake. For deeper we go in this story of fate, please listen clearly now and pay close attention, for repetition is a bore and is out of the question. You see, each pharaoh would claim to be part of his fame, so father to all pharaohs he now became. Khufu, Khafra, Hatshepsut, and Tutankhamun all bow to his will as the almighty Amun. But challenge to dominance came from just one. The sun god Ra entered and thought he had won. And soon Amun's jealousy overtook him, so much so that he eventually managed to consume Ra unto himself, thus combining both to become the all-powerful Amun Ra. Yes, honey, you mustn't think the story is through. Nay, a true grand finale I have now for you. For sharpened he was by the victory of his endeavor. Alone, Amun-Ra could not hold his empire together. Though the power of sunlight was widely preferred, the growth of the crops still could not occur. For the missing ingredient he must now beguile. Anuket, the god impressive am I? Yes? Are you not amused? So entertaining it is to see you confused. And so, I shall leave you with one more rhyme while bringing you forward to the present time. 'Tis time to expose one of the faces I mask. He's the trickiest one, for that is his task. For this is the face I believe you all know. After all, he's the one with his name on the show. And so, I shall be returning as onward the night. But until next I do, you've been a delight.
Give 'em the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle. Give 'em an act with lots of flashing it, and the reaction will be passionate. Give 'em the old hocus pocus, reed and feather 'em. How can they see it with sequins in their eyes? What if your hinges all are rusting? If, in fact, you're just disgusting? Razzle-dazzle and they'll never crack wise. Give 'em the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle. Give 'em a show that's so splendid, flourish, or a wilder roll would call the syphilis. Give 'em the old flim-flam flummox, full and fracture. How can they hear the truth above the roar? Throw 'em a fake and off in nagel, they'll never know. You're just a bagel, a razzle-dazzle, and they'll beg you for more. Give 'em the old double whammy, dazed and dizzy. Back since the days of old Methuselah, everyone loves the big bamboozler. Give 'em the old three-ring circus, stun and stagger 'em. When you're in trouble, go into your dance. Though you are stiffer than a girder, they'll let you get away with murder. Razzle-dazzle, and you got a romance. Give 'em the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle. Show 'em the first-rate sorcerer you are. Long as you keep on wearing your wings, how can they spot you got no talent? Razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle. I think they'll make you a star.
ladies and gentlemen, is Dale Hutchings.
Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited to be here, helping Evan weave his magic through all of his many settings, or faces, as he calls them. This is my face, by the way.
Although, I do have to say that throughout each scene change this evening, Gail will be moving with me, thereby showing herself in some of her own character roles as well. So I suppose you could say that Gail will be showing off some of her own faces this evening too.
True, but mine are all pretty.
Quite so. And magically intoxicating, I might add.
Thank you. For me, the most fantastic thing about magic is the history. Ever since I began working with Evan, I became so intrigued with all the behind-the-scenes impact magic has.
Yes! Magic is the secret force behind many important events through history. As the Hidden One revealed, magic played an intricate part in ancient Egypt. In fact, it was quite literally what held up their fantastical pantheon of gods. I have here a book that has been handed down from that period in history. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Book of Destiny!
What are you doing? We didn't rehearse this.
I came up with this one. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, this book is a compendium of stories about magic, and it's, well, also filled with many spells and incantations. However, to the naked eye, it would appear that all the pages are in fact blank. But you must understand, like any well-hidden secret, the pages within this journal can only be revealed through
A human sacrifice.
What? What? We don't do human sacrifices.
Well, you're not the only one who gets ideas. What did you expect? How do you work in line here?
Just look me here. Nothing to human sacrifices. Anyway, as I was saying, the pages within this journal can only be revealed through the proper verbal summoning, which I will now recite. Ladies and gentlemen, pay close attention as I now reveal the contents of the Book of Destiny! Here we are. Shambul Fababul Nick Del Rebelaka!
Sounds like Yiddish to me.
Read again? Sorry. What do you think of this, huh?
How'd you do that?
Uh-huh.
Well, that was actually kind of cool, alright.
I don't tell you everything you know.
Hence, the unexpected introduction of human sacrifice.
I never win. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I shall now reveal to you one of the earth-shattering spells from the Book of Destiny!
Drama queen.
Let's see here. This ought to do nicely. It says here that I'm going to need someone with something of value. Does anyone have a dollar bill on them, by any chance? Oh, come on, ladies, don't be shy. Or, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me. I'm a magician, not a con man. You can trust me. Anyone have a dollar bill? Come on, don't be shy. Anyone here? Hello? You do! You do! Would you please come up here? Yes, yes. Oh, yes. Unfortunately, yes. Thank you very much. My. Now, what's your name?
Michelle.
Michelle. Nice to meet you, Annette.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. How do you like the spotlight? It's perks. Imagine everyone in their underwear. What's that supposed to mean? She doesn't mean that, okay? Rude. You want them on your side. Alright, I'll tell you what, I have here a little notebook, alright? Here's what here's what I want you to do. Yeah, go ahead. I actually have a pen here. Here you are. If you don't mind actually copying the serial number of the bill in the book in a way that you can, read it, to
So it's legible. That would be helpful. Do you want me to hold the bill for you? Would that help? No?
Unless you want to.
It doesn't matter. Just trust me.
You'll write the serial number.
She's right. Wonderful. Actually, would you also mind signing your name across the face of the bill as well? so that we know that we can... It doesn't matter. However you want to sign it. Yeah, and so that we know that this is in fact your account bill. Okay. That would be very helpful. Wonderful. I'll take that. Now, if you wouldn't mind ripping out that page. That would be great. And that is for you to keep.
Okay.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now, you can keep that in a very safe location if you don't mind. Gail, if you don't mind, actually, I'll have the envelope. You can take that.
The envelope?
From the...
Oh, I left it backstage. You didn't tell me to bring
What
it.
does it do back there? Sorry about that. You see, I actually have a little present for you. A keepsake, if you will. Its only real function is to give you a little excuse to show off a little bit later. Naturally. I'm a magician, that is my job, isn't it? That's why you're all here. Yes, here she is. Wonderful. I'll take that. Would you please hold on to the envelope as well? Keep that in a safe location too. In a pocket or something, I don't know. I'll take the pen if you don't mind. Wonderful. Playing musical items here. Now, if you don't mind holding the book open for me.
Okay.
Wonderful, so that I can read stuff. Are you ready? I'm ready. Great. All right, let's see here. Got it. Lacnata, sperata, informa, dyspalacia, adastrument. What are you doing?
I wanted to
Kill!
right? You never let me do anything. There's more? Well, not only will there not be any human sacrifice this evening, the bill has also moved on to an otherworldly dimension from which it will not be returning. How magical!
Hi. Very sorry. You're smart, lady. I'm sure you're well aware already. Your bill is gone. I'm very sorry about that. You forgive me, don't you?
That's okay.
Thank you. See, how nice. Yes, well, on another note, we've had quite a bit of fun up here, haven't we? I mean, that's worth $1, I think. Well, on that note, I'll take the book back and you can return your seat. A round of applause, please. Yes, wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, yes. Oh, that was fun.
Well, that went well. Oh my gosh, Evan!
What?
Look who came to see us! It's Franz! Oh my gosh, it's been so long since I've seen you!
Hi, Franz. How are you? It's so good to see you.
Here, come up on stage. Look at the audience meeting you.
Please, everyone around the applause, please, for Franz. Take a seat. It's important. You just make yourself comfortable. It's okay. Make yourself. You comfy?
Oh, no, I can't.
It's okay. You can't sit. You don't need to sit. Okay. As we've been through this already. Yeah. Exactly. You see, he's all right with it. This gentleman is. Yeah. Good on you. Wonderful. It's so good to see you. How are you? It's been so long.
Good.
Yeah.
Is this your first time out since?
The incident.
Yes, I'm staying.
Yeah.
You better just explain
Do
it.
you mind if I tell the story?
Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. You see, Gail and Franz and I have actually been friends for years. It's true, haven't we? I mean, the last time we saw you, it's been a while. It was after one of our shows. We all went out for a drink, and it was a good time. We were just there out to relax after, late night, right? And, well, a man came walking into the bar with a well-worn suitcase. Yes.
And a trench coat, this fedora, this is really sketchy.
Very sketchy, yes. Well, what? Pardon me? You said something? Okay.
See, the man walked right up to us and sat right in between Franz and I.
And you only do that if you're looking to start a fight or sell something.
And Franz realized it was the latter. And so, he, being so smart, told the man that we weren't looking to buy anything and that he shouldn't even try.
But the man said, "Don't worry, I'm not here to sell anything. Just relax and have a drink. But if I can show you something amazing, will you buy me that first drink?"
To which Franz, standing his ground, replied,
Yes.
That's when the man took his suitcase, he opened it up and he pulled out a tiny piano and placed it on the bar. Then he took out a tiny little rat and sat it next to the piano. Yes, I know, very strange. Then the rat began to sit down at the piano and began to play Beethoven's Fifth Symphony.
Probably a health code violation, but very beautiful.
Yes, it was amazing. And I'm a magician and I've got to admit that was incredible. And so Franz, being the honorable gentleman that he is,
Okay, first drink, as you
right,
promised.
and well, as soon as the man was finished that drink, he turned right back to Franz and asked,
If I can show you something even more amazing, will you buy me my second drink?
to which Franz once again firmly replied,
Yes.
See, you know.
Easy, weren't you?
Oh my, yes, never a strong will. But anyway, then the man took out his suitcase again. He opened it up, took out a chicken, and sat it next to the piano. Yes, a chicken, you heard me right. Yeah, well, see, she knows the story. But then the chicken began to sing while the rat played the piano, and it began to sing the most beautiful rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner.
What a patriotic chicken.
It was a beautiful soprano. But Franz was so impressed, he immediately offered the man $300 for the chicken. $300, right?
But the man said, "I told you I'm not here to sell anything, just to relax and enjoy my evening."
But Franz was persistent, and he upped the price to $500, didn't you, Franz?
But the man still said, "No, I told you I'm not here to sell."
Yes, and well, that's when Franz got really determined and a little annoyed, and so he upped it even more to $700.
$700 you did not have to be spending on this.
Oh, yeah, your wife was a little angry. Yeah, well, the man finally gave in and sold Franz that chicken, and Franz ran out of the bar as fast as he could to go show it to all of his friends, didn't he? Yes, well, left us with the bar bill too, didn't you?
Oh, Evan, get over it.
What are friends for? Franz. Anyway, as soon as Franz left, I turned to the man and asked him, "Why did you sell that chicken for so cheap? A singing chicken. You could have made so much more for a singing chicken. You would have offered more, wouldn't you? I mean, asked for more, wouldn't you?" Yes, see, he's smart. But no, Franz only spent $700. And so the man replied,
"Oh, don't worry. The chicken is nothing special." To which we were stunned. How is a singing chicken suddenly not special?
"You just didn't understand.
And that's when the man dropped the real bomb and told us,
Truth is, the rat's a ventriloquist."
"We felt so bad for you in that moment, Franz. $700 on an ordinary
It's
chicken."
as soon as you realize that you spent that much money on a completely ordinary chicken.
Yeah, I think they have.
Sorry. Well, you just couldn't handle it. No, you let's just say he became chicken obsessed, shall we? He locked himself away and became obsessed with teaching the chicken how to sing.
He was sure he could. Absolutely certain.
Well,
And after a while, it got to be a bit much. So we found Franz a quiet place to rest and come to terms with everything.
yes, well,
But he's returned.
yes, well, we should probably tell everyone what
Oh,
the
the
diagnosis
official
was. The official diagnosis, it's quite odd, isn't it? You ready? Gallus domesticus hypnothalia neurosis, which literally translates to...
Chicken brain.
Oh, Franz. But look at you, I mean, you seem to have recovered so nicely. Yeah? Well, I mean, I just got to tell you, Franz, and this is from the bottom of my heart because I care about you, and I think everyone else in this room cares about you, right?
Yes.
Right, okay, whatever. Well, we all want you to know that you can be yourself. Okay, you don't have to hide, all right? So we all want to invite you now to allow your inner chicken to manifest.
Show everybody what you
just allow it to burst out of you like an
There is
alien.
nothing to be
Come on,
ashamed
you can
of.
do it. Yes,
Come on, start with your eyes.
Yes, say your chicken. Come on, you can do it. You can do it.
Come on,
Just
sit down. Don't move around. Make some noises. Come on.
yeah, come on, up and down, up and down. You can do it. Come on. Yes. Come on. Yes,
Oh my God, this is our France.
I'm cold. You know what that means. You're not worth a hell of a lot more than both that chicken and the rat. I have an idea. Please, Mom, sit down, sit down. I'm comfortable, yes. That took a lot out of you, I'm sure. Yes. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, here, Gail, hold my hat. What am I bid for bronze here? Come on, you could have your very own man that lays golden eggs. Come on, let's start the bidding and say what? 3 million? Wait, what, 3 million? Do I hear 3 million? All right, let's lower it to 2 million. All right, do I hear 2 million anywhere? 2 million. 2 million. 2 million. Do I hear 3 million? 3 million? 3 million. Do I hear 4 million? Oh, come on, guys. 10 million. 10 million. 11 million? Anyone? 11 million?
No.
11 million once? 11 million twice? Sold for $11 million! Yes! Oh my! So we'll be in touch. Okay. We'll meet up after the show, okay?
Really, Evan? Seriously, we bring him here. He comes to support us. We bring him up on stage to support him. And this is what you do? You don't hold your own hat. Are you okay? All right, good.
You know, Franz, a golden egg. Have you ever done that before? No, you haven't. Are you sure? Not even while you were sleeping or something? You know. Your wife must have been collecting them, I guess. I don't know. Without your knowledge, yeah? Probably. Yes, well, you're forgetting one very important thing. I'm the magician here. That's quite a lot of eggs, huh? Think you can pop them out that fast? Alright, well, you can throw them back in the hat here. Good for you, wonderful. You know, after what we put you through up here, the least I can do is give you back yours, right? I think so. Alright, one with stuff on it. What's clean? It's not here. Gail? Gail? No, that's not it, Gail. Any more? Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right, well, Here you are, Franz, your golden egg. There you are. Thank you very much for your assistance, Franz. You can return to see a round of applause, please, for Franz. Wonderful, wasn't he?
Can't let me have anything.
My. Hi. Yes. She gone? She's gone. This is my mischievous face. Alright. Where are you? Hello again.
Hello.
Do you still have that piece of paper and that envelope I gave you?
I do.
You do? Would you please join me back on stage? You should have realized this wasn't over. I just couldn't do it with Gail in front of me. I never get to win. Yes. A round of applause, please. Yes. How are you?
Alright.
You enjoying the show?
Yes.
Good. That's great news. That's good feedback. Thank you. Yes. Well, do you have the piece of paper? Yes. Oh, wonderful. Would you please read it aloud?
L002035662K.
Wonderful. Do you have the envelope?
I do.
Wonderful. Would you please open the envelope? Nice and slowly and dramatically. That's great. There's a piece of paper in there, probably?
There is.
Let's go to the piece of paper first. Let's go to the
Okay.
piece of paper first, yes. Yes. Look at there.
Dramatic. Here it is.
Wonderful. Would you please compare that with your paper? Out loud.
L002035662K.
The exact same serial number!
Very cool.
But you're holding something else in your hand, aren't you?
Yes.
You are.
An envelope.
Would you please open that up very slowly? Yes. Open it up slowly, and for everyone to see. Is that a dollar bill?
It is.
Does that dollar bill bear your signature? Is the serial number exactly the same? $100 bill! Thank you very much for your assistance. I really appreciate it. You can hold on to that for me. Thank you very much. And you get to keep your dollar bill. That's my gift to you. Thank you very much. A round of applause as you return to your seat. Oh my, that was fun. And please don't tell Gail I did that. Any of you. It's not often I get to win in this situation. She's really cute, as you're well aware, but she's also quite tough and scary. But she's fun. Anyway, this might just be a good time to change the face of where we go next. Yeah? And in doing so, I'd like to now introduce you to a very, well, strange and unique character from the late 1800s. Would you like to meet him?
Sure.
Yes? Good. I'm glad. Well, I do have to warn you, however, that his manners are somewhat lacking, and he even comes across as downright rude. Which I think is fun, but anyway. Please, don't hold that against me. Good evening. Good evening. Oh, thank you. You're even doing it in an accent. I love that. I do. I think I've articulated heard it over here. It is, after all, proper to say it in return, isn't it? Yes. Wonderful. You make me feel right at home. Thank you for that. Anyway, I do believe we met, haven't we now? My name is Benjamin Wickerdent. I stand before you, a member of the gentry, the upper crust, if you will. One of the nobility, shall we say? Part of the aristocracy, commanding, authoritative, influential, controlling, perhaps, snobbish, Why, yes, it's expected. Arrogant? By all means, the wealthy persona demands it. Yes. Now, my upbringing has been based on proper training to be pretentious, ostentatious, haughty, vain, with a large dose of grandiosity, and always introduced with much ceremony. We of the upper crust do love our ceremony, don't we now? Yes, indeed. After all, I am a member of the House of Lords. Now, where on earth did I put my pipe? Sure. Biddy, dear, have you seen my pipe?
Can't say I have, your lordship.
Are you sure you don't see it anywhere in this room? I'm sure I placed it in here.
See it? You never let that thing out your sight. You wear it like a blooming appendage, you do. The way you're always puffing and sucking on that stupid thing. I'm betting you swallowed it.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
Ridiculous? You calling me ridiculous?
Oh, I know, Biddy, dear, I know meant to...
Yeah, cough it up.
What? Why, no, don't be ridiculous.
Do what I said. Cough.
Positively preposterous.
Oh, so I'm preposterous now, am I?
Why, no, Biddy, dear,
Cough.
What?
Cough.
No!
Do it. What? You call that a cough? I want a serious cough, and I want it right now. Cough.
Well, there it is. Well done, Biddy, well done. There we are. Very good. Then don't let me keep you any longer. Feel free to continue on with your duties, yes? Oh, my. Clever girl, that one. Yes. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, me. Now, I know I may appear quite intimidating. But bottom line, I'm extremely well placed and frankly wealthy beyond your wildest imagining. Yes. You forgive me now, won't you? That's it, allergies. I may have forgotten to mention it. Do pardon me, I'm very sorry. This is the splash zone. Oh, yes. Do feel free to help yourself, why don't you? There's plenty more where that came from. Honestly, it's just watch out for the sticky parts. Anyway. Oh my, now, I pride myself on being a humble man. But let's face it, facts are facts, and when they stand out this clearly, well, there's just no point in denying it, now is there? Oh, yes, now tell the truth. After all you've just learned, don't you wish you were me?
Here you go, Ralph. You'll want and read.
Well, thank you, Biddy. They are very thoughtful of you.
Thoughtful? Thoughtful ain't got nothing to do with it. You said I had to bring the paper each morning as part of your job.
Oh, well, then it was thoughtful of you to actually remember to do it then, eh?
Right.
Okay, now. Yes, now here we are. The news. My favorite part of the day. Let's see what's occurring in the world, shall we? Yes? Together. Here we are. Let's begin with the obituaries. How wonderful! I'm not in there today. That's a relief, isn't it? Yes? It's so good when you find you're not in the obituaries. Nice of you. Good day, wasn't it? Yes, now. Oh, now! Will you just look at this? That writer Jules Verne has published yet another novel. Honestly, I just don't see the appeal. Would you just look at this one? This one's got a ship that's run by electricity and can swim underwater and
and sea monsters you could find interesting, actually. Oh, no, what am I thinking? Impossible, simply impossible. This simply just won't do. Now will it now? I say not. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, now, global warming? Well, of course there's global warming. If the globe wasn't warm, we'd all freeze to death, wouldn't we now? My. Hey, whatever will they think of next? Ridiculous. Oh. An advertisement regarding one of those lovely new motor cars. Oh, yes. I simply must have one of those for myself. It's amazing invention, that, isn't it now? Just think of it. All that horsepower and no manure. Oh, just an exhaust pipe to rid the beast of its gaseous waste. Oh my, now. Car farts! How amusing.
I just while you taught me of it, it's time to be a bit yet. Sid, what you gonna bug up the paper for? I was gonna have myself a look at the recipe page. Now look what you've gone and done.
Oh, dear. So sorry, Pet. One moment, yeah? Here we are.
And you? Never mind.
Oh, don't forget it, won't you? Anyway, you must understand, being born into a life of privilege comes with great responsibility. Indeed. You see, my grandmother took me under her wing at a very early age to teach me how to display myself properly in public, so that the underclasses could well render the respect my station commanded. Dear old Nana. I was her favorite, you know. Maestro, please!
My grandmama
Spoke words of wisdom. Listen clearly. Money, she said, is for the rich. That's why the poor have none. Mustn't abuse the serving glass, or they'll spit in your soup when it's done. Show what they can aspire to. Let them enjoy the view. For they will never find the way to arrive there. They haven't a clue. A strong working class will soon muster us. Their efforts are worth a proper wage. All their work appreciate or accept your fate. Otherwise, it is you that must do. Heavens, Grandmama was wise. Ooh, I do miss that woman so. Her outlook on wealth was so refreshing. She taught me to accept how truly wonderful I am. I'm rich. I'm very, very rich. I count my money every day. It really is delicious. I'm rich. If I could make a wish, I couldn't think of what I wish, because I'm already rich. Pile up my plate full of strawberries and cream. After a meal of filet, I can afford to holiday in Rome. Make reservations, I'll leave for there today. I'm very, very rich. There's just no point denying it, I may as well admit. I'm rich, I'm oh so very rich. I spend each day just thinking how I'm very, very rich. My life is such a pleasant place because I'm very rich. Ooh, shall we? jovial sort now, don't you? You must feel rich as well. Oh, no need to hide it. Let's see we prove it, what? Come on with me. Join me on stage. A round of applause for my victim. This is lovely, isn't it? Now set a stage, my friend. Good chap. Set a stage. It's good for you. Set a stage, dearie. Wonderful. Look forward. You're rich. Remember that. We don't need it. Let's see. It's wonderful service. Would you assure me? Hello, Flora. Wonderful. Would you please look at the audience? Face forward. No, don't go anywhere. Face forward. You're nervous. It's all right. All right. Let's see what you have here, shall we? Look forward. It's all right. You're rich. Smile. It's good. It's. Oh my! How positively disarming of you! Let's see what else you have. Oh my! That's so strange, isn't it? Look forward, dearie. Wonderful. Let's see what's back here, shall we? Oh my! It's simply strange, isn't it? And more. My. Let's see. Oh my. They keep coming now, don't they? Let's take a look at your legs here. Would you please look forward for me? Don't mind me. Would you please do me a favor? Would you please look forward? Yes, bend over just a tad. Just a little more. That's good. I'm so sorry about that one. I shouldn't have revealed those ones. You see, those must be the coins you keep for the ones you don't quite care for, yes? The ones who annoy, shall we say. Don't worry, I've been there myself now and again. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Yes, let's see. Never let it be said that I've kept anyone from their money. So here you are. Yes, that is for you. Thank you very much for your assistance, Viola. You may return to your seat. And so, if you happen to see me on the street, be sure to treat me accordingly. After all, I'm rich! I'm very, very rich! I spend each day just thinking how I'm very, very rich! I'm rich! I'm rich! If I could make a wish, I couldn't think of what I wish, because I'm already rich! My life is such a pleasant place, because I'm very rich! Truly I am! Stand up! You need to rise for me! Oh my! Pardon? Oh yes, it comes with being a rich city. Yes, you know, don't you? Anyway, my, that was simply marvelous. Oh, grandmother, I miss you, grandmama, I do.
Yeah, Highness, I'm just about had it with this get-up. If I didn't need this here job, I'd give you the work for and be on me way. It's nothing more than servants abuse, I tell ya. Nothing more.
That's it.
Lovely little song, isn't it?
Yes, it is, dearie. Yes, here you are.
You wouldn't be trying to bribe me or nothing, would ya?
I know, Biddy dear. I wouldn't dream of it. Yes, and you've earned this little bauble, my dear. It looks so lovely on the petite little wrist of yours. Truly it does, doesn't it?
It does,
Oh my.
doesn't
Oh my. Now, tell me, my dear, is there anything else I might do for you? Truly, anything. Anything at all.
Well, you can get your eye, you go and take your blooming ass down to the grocers and fill me order for me.
Oh, Biddy dear, I pay you to take care of such duties.
Dear, I told you when I took this job that I'd put on this fluffy, floozy thing, but I wouldn't wear it out of the house.
Fine. But I shall return shortly, and when I do, I expect that luncheon you spoke of to be waiting. Yes? And that tart as well. And it'd best be strawberry, yes?
Right, my lord.
Now, yes, my friends, you will excuse me now, won't you? Oh, it appears I have a rather urgent duty to perform, yes? Oh, yes, and so until we meet again, remember, I am Benjamin Wickerdance, and you're not! Good evening! Ta-ta!
Oh, little fellow, that one. But I gotta admit, the pay's good. It's just like this outfit he's got me in really gets me testy. It gets all caught up in me. Well, you know. Blimey, it's hot! It's still in the oven!
So far, these faces be pleasant, not hard, delightful. Why, yes. My motive, to assure that you loosen and let down your guard. For next you'll find that the mood changes fear, and you'll never know what these tales may conceal. And so it be time. I must make my decision. What face appears next after a brief intermission? Yes, the face of love, that emotion that we all hold dear, presented as tender, presented as longing. But then again, there are those who present it with fear. Not fear of destruction, but fear of possession. Distorted? Oh yes, but always with discretion. When love reaches deep, it then owns thinking's balance. Love can no longer be thought of as a right. And if it is presented as duty and challenge, the offering will be made in the dark, out of sight. Love often brings an odd form of romance, thus consuming the partners in a ritual dance. Behold, what this next face shall reveal, and the one in the crosshairs, their fate now be sealed.
Nighttime sharpens, heightens each sensation, darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their defenses. Slowly, gently, night unfurls its splendor. Grasp it, sense it, tremulous and tender. Turn your face away from the garish light of day. Turn the thoughts away from cold and feeling night, and listen to the music of the night. Close your eyes and surrender to your darkest dreams. Purge your thoughts of the life you knew before. Close your eyes, let your spirit start to soar. And you will live as you've never lived before. Softly, deftly, music shall caress you. Hear it, feel it, secretly possess you. Open up your mind, let your fantasies unwind in this darkness that you know you cannot hide. The darkness of the music of the night. Let your mind start a journey through a strange new world. Leave all thoughts of the world you knew before. Let your soul take you where you long to be. Only then can you be drawn to me. Floating, falling, sinking, separation. Touch me, trust me, savor each sensation. Let the dream begin. Let your darker side give in to the power of the music that I write. The power of the music of the night. The music of wizards, conjurers, mystics. All once terms for what I appear before you as today. A magician. Some magicians might saw a woman in half, others might make birds appear from, well, everywhere. And then there's the magician that will pull a rabbit from a hat. No rabbit. All are variations on the art, but tricks and minor miracles only scratch the surface. The true art of magic has a history. The divinations of the past are still in motion in our world today. All things magical affect all of life. Magic gives reason for everything.
A deck of cards, a magician's vehicle, used by today's miracle workers to demonstrate something spectacular and out of this world.
And no different than what the wizards of old did for the people and the monarchs of the kingdoms that they served in the past.
True, but in fact the cards we use today are actually another form of the tarot, which back then was discovered to reveal a connection to the mysteries of the unknown.
And because they were so powerful, they are still being used in our world today. Let me show you what I mean. Have some light, please. Hello there, sir. How are you? Good, good, good. Wonderful. Yes, I am now.
I knew my time was coming.
Yes. Everyone does at some point. Well, I'm sure you're familiar with the usual way that cards are used to demonstrate this art. Yes. For instance, would you remove a card from the deck? Simply. Anyone? Do you want that one? Great. Now, for these purposes, I am allowed to see what the card is, and so is everyone else. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ace of Diamonds. All right? You remember that, all right? Now, I'm actually going to need you to mark the card as well, so you could open that up, and sign largely across the face of the card.
Sign it?
Yes, go ahead. Great, you may cap the pen, thank you very much. Wonderful. And so, by this shuffle, the card moves from place to place within the pack, just waiting for us to be able to locate it, right? Wonderful. Which by itself is in fact a clever reveal.
Being from the tarot as these cards are, they're in charge of their own destiny as well as destination.
Very clever, Gail.
I wanted to turn.
Disregarding that card, we are now going to take a little turn. A twist, if you will. We will, however, continue to use the power of the tarot to peer into the inner workings of the mind. I am going to prove to you that your thoughts are not as secure as you think they are.
Whether you know it or not, your aura says a lot more about your thoughts than you know.
Yes. For instance, ma'am, would you help me here? Would you please, yes. Would you please tell me when to stop as I go through the deck? Here? Here you are, that's yours. Wonderful, sir. Would you mind helping me? Tell me when to stop. Here you are, that's yours. Wonderful. Your turn. Go ahead. Here you are. You and madam. Your turn. Here you are. You're welcome. Now, I want you all to take a hard look at your cards. Concentrate on them, shield them from my view so that I cannot see them. That is particularly important, alright? Burn them into your memory. You've got that? Wonderful. I shall now penetrate your minds and pull out what you know.
5 of clubs, 4 of hearts, Jack of spades, King of diamonds?
Were those in fact the 4 cards that you're holding? They are?
Yes.
You, madam, what's your card? The 5 of clubs. You, sir, what's your card? 4 of hearts, Jack of spades, King of diamonds. Very good, Gary. Sir, if you don't mind, you're going to hold on to the pack of cards. This is yours now, all right? Understand? Don't open it, don't let anyone else. And just like any good magician, guard it with your life, all right? Keep it in a safe place. Very good. Wonderful. Now, you 4, with the cards, you 4 can actually hold on to your cards, all right? Keep them as a souvenir, if you will, all right? Now, in the world of magic, the tarot is merely a lighter form of magic. So, oh, excuse me, Gail, thank you. Now, as one continued in the art and pursued its knowledge, they would become much more adept at using the stronger, more severe items that were used by witches and wizards to see much deeper into many more places.
Places we should absolutely never go.
But as you can imagine, I've never let that stop me. Which brings us to the art of crystal gazing. Now, over the years, belief in this art has been clouded by those who simply wanted to deceive for their own greedy purposes, but never really had the power. But forget them. They're irrelevant. Instead, I'd like you to take a chance, if you will, and allow yourselves to open your minds and expand your imaginations, and consider the possibilities of impossibilities. Believe me, by doing so, you will enrich what you are about to experience.
Before the show, you all received slips of paper, along with instructions to write a brief piece of information, along with your name clearly printed at the bottom. I will collect these now.
Hold them high so that Gail can see them as she goes around the hat. She just throw them in the hat as she goes along. Now, I do hope that you all wrote your information on the blank side. If it's folded, if it's open, there are 2 sides, the one with the number and the one that's blank. I do hope you wrote on the blank side. Wonderful. Now, as Gail does that, oh, I see you kept some of those eggs. Good for you. Wonderful.
That's all right, I'll come back.
Now, as Gail does this, I shall explain about the crystal. Crystal has been widely known for having electrical conductivity, she'll come around, don't worry, electrical conductivity capabilities for centuries. But the use of crystals in wizardry date back to the time of the Druids, who used them to divine the future as well as deliver omens. Later, by polishing and shaping the crystal into a perfect sphere, they then originated the art of crystal divination into something called crystal gazing. The distortion of the messages held within the crystal, along with its ability to refract light, enabled it to break the light and remove the information it holds and transmits. So, yes, if you don't mind holding the hat, 2 hands is great, so it's secure, and just hold it like that for the remainder of this, alright? Now, I know you may be tempted to go peeking through those notes, but I'm watching you. I know it's very tempting, people's personal secrets and everything, but I'm watching you. Great, good, he understands. Please give him a round of applause, please. Now, hello, Gil. Now, here's what we're going to do. The crystal, as I mentioned, crystal gazing is an ancient art used by witches and wizards and mystics throughout time to see much deeper into many more places. Oh, I already said that, didn't I? Of course I did. Excuse me. Now, as we revealed earlier with the cards, correct? We showed what happens when we reach into the mind and pull those smaller bits of information out, correct? Good. Did you feel that at all? Yes, but with the crystal I will be able to see much deeper and have a much clearer understanding of more complex pieces of information. Now here's what we're going to do. Gail is actually going to reach into the hat and she's going to pull out the number that is on it. But it is very important that the person whose number it is does not reveal themselves. So I do hope you remembered your numbers. If you didn't, whatever. But for those of you who did remember your numbers, it always happens. Don't reveal yourselves. Wonderful. I shall be demonstrating exactly what I've been describing to you, and as the information comes to me,
The process is very intense. I will be writing it down on this tablet so I don't lose it. Excuse me, please. While I now consult with the crystal, I'll need quiet. Please.
As you saw a moment ago, I can attest to the power of the crystal. My experience was truly monumental, as I now know, after all this time, the crystal recognizes me as well. You see, not just anyone can feel its power. You do not choose it. It chooses you. One lonely thought is all that sought to galvanize his pull. A written note that will provoke a stunning spectacle.
Yes, I hear you. I see it.
A magic act that stirs the vat of secrets unheard fact. He sees into the minds of those who dare to question that. Is it real or is it not? My soul can only feel the spell he casts. Don't resist, he will persist until your minds belong to only him. 49.
49. Right. As you saw, I was consulting with the crystal, and I came up with something. This is going to be a little bit weird, but a drawing of a unicorn, that's a unicorn. Anyway, is there, Pat Fitzpatrick in this room? Right there, hello. Would you please stand up? And did you write unicorn? You did, you wrote unicorn. How very interesting. Let's make sure, let's make sure, shall we? Here you are. Thank you very much, Pat. For you who listen to my voice, you're mine. Beware of that. I'd say to never trust my words, but where's the fun in that? A magic act that stirs the vat of secret unheard thought, and seem to their minds the things their deep unconsciousness has wrought. Enter now on magic's path, for my concerns we want to feel its wrath. Taste the spell, embrace it, let's begin, and feel the magic crawl beneath your skin.
26.
26. Is there a Kristen Rocco in this room? Yes, would you please stand? Hello. Okay. Excuse me, this is a little bit more difficult. Do it? Yes? Something about Guam or Quam or something like that? Q-U-A-M? Something like that, yes? Yes. What was the full name?
Q is for Quan.
Q is for Quam, thank you.
Here you are. To have control of a magic soul has always been the treasure goal.
But he'd always learn to know that you will be controlled. 7.
$87?
No, just 7.
No, I'm talking about the number. What she? Something about a number. My number is 87. Yes. Is that right?
The time has passed, you can't resist the spell that I have cast. Your minds are now enslaved within my mind. Let's
Whose was this? The lucky number was, in fact. Yes. But wait, there's one more thing. In order to truly emphasize the strength of the crystal, before you all arrived here, I consulted with it to give me some more additional advanced insights into what would be transpiring here this evening. I wrote down what I saw and hid that in an envelope somewhere in this room. Somewhere on that side of the audience. Should be taped behind a chair. Would you please stand up? House lights, please. I'll open up the envelope and read what is inside. Nice and loud so everyone can hear.
Okay, let me read it out
Yes.
loud. If you are reading this, the 4 cards that were chosen are 5 of clubs, 4 of hearts, Jack of spades, and King of diamonds.
Very interesting. My, how invigorating. Ah, yes. Now, I realize there may still be skeptics among you, but as I've said before, all I ask is that you try to keep an open mind and learn to question with the hope of taking learning to a higher level. Okay, there's something else. I'm sensing something off in the air. We never did finish with that deck of cards, did we, sir? No? Would you please stand up? Could you please remove your card from the deck? Please stand up. Yes, go ahead. And remove your card from the deck. Just take the whole deck out. And if you need... What? Hold it up. What? You crystallized the deck. What were you up to? Time? You were playing with time while we were all in the room? What mischief have you pulled? Of course. Thought there was something wrong here. Sir, may I? Thank you. How many of you noticed that this card has been in this hat since the beginning of the show? Raise a hand. I'm almost done with you. Well, I didn't put it there. It's true. Cute. Was this your card? Here you are, sir. Thank you very much. Music. With faces all revealed, we now come to close. But before 'tis done and final, the truth must now out. I stand before you as a human figure, but in fact I have never actually lived. I am the embodiment of all of you and those who have gone before you. I am built on all the tales you've never wanted told. I know them, I carry them with me, and I write my tales on the things you all have once seen or done. So look at me now as a mirror, and tell me, how do you look to you? Give it a touch of magic. Watch it spin, watch it swirl, fill it with wonder and surprise, and watch the spell unfurl. When there's a need for magic, it must be done with care. If you don't have the skills you need, you really mustn't dare. Some of this, some of that, mix it together, make a wish. Potion rise, stir it well, then give it just an extra swish. You are wrapped in magic. Hold it tight, feel its might. Make sure you use it wisely, or it may give you a fright. There is no cure like magic. Change the shape, change the size, show it then make it disappear before your very eyes. What a strange surprise. First it's here. Magic is everywhere. Have a great evening.
Good job, Franz. Oh, good job, Franz. It was real, they were great.